2025 English Country Cottage Interiors, Rustic Elegance and Shabby Chic Decor Ideas for Serene Living. Welcome to the timeless charm of English country cottage style. Welcome to Decor Essence, where today we invite you into the serene world of 2025 English country cottage interiors, a perfect blend of rustic elegance and shabby chic sensibility. This classic design style continues to evolve while staying true to its roots. It's about embracing natural beauty, lived-in charm, and a slower, more meaningful lifestyle. The 2025 version of cottage decor is all about harmony between the old and the new, preserving vintage elements while integrating modern functionality. You'll discover how to turn your home into a sanctuary filled with grace, texture, and history, designed especially for women who appreciate softness, soul, and timeless aesthetics. This journey is more than about decor, it's about cultivating peace within your surroundings. Throughout this video, we'll explore 12 guiding themes to help you transform your space. Whether you're renovating a countryside retreat or bringing country charm to an urban home, these curated ideas are tailored for those aged 55 and up who value authenticity and comfort. Let's begin this beautifully crafted journey together with the heart of the cottage style, a soothing, nature-inspired color palette that sets the tone for every other detail to follow. Soft color palettes, the heart of shabby chic Serenity. The foundation of any English country cottage interior begins with a gentle color palette. In 2025, shades like chalky white, soft blush, faded blue, and gentle sage take center stage, evoking calmness and ease. These colors aren't just visually soothing, they reflect a mindful lifestyle rooted in simplicity. When layered thoughtfully, soft colors can make even small rooms feel airy, warm, and inviting. Consider painting walls in muted pastels, layering whitewashed furniture, and choosing soft-toned upholstery. This sets a clean yet cozy base that supports the layering of rustic textures and vintage elements in the next phase of your design. To avoid a flat appearance, incorporate subtle contrast with natural wood, aged bronze fixtures, or stone accents. The magic of this palette lies in its timeless appeal. It won't go out of fashion and it feels right at home whether you're in the English countryside or a quiet city neighborhood. As we move forward, we'll build on this color foundation by adding the warmth and texture that come from reclaimed materials and time-worn finishes, allowing your cottage-style interior to gain depth and soul. Rustic elegance with reclaimed wood and natural textures. With your soft color palette in place, it's time to introduce the rustic materials that bring tactile richness and history into your space. One of the defining features of the cottage style in 2025 is the thoughtful use of reclaimed wood and organic textures. From exposed ceiling beams to distressed pine flooring, salvaged materials provide warmth and authenticity. These imperfections tell a story, inviting you to live in a space that feels grounded and personal. Look for aged oak furniture, vintage wooden crates, or even architectural salvage pieces like window frames and barn doors. To soften these rugged textures, mix in natural textiles such as linen, wool, and hand-woven cotton. Jute rugs, crochet throws, and wicker baskets help round out the rustic feel while tying back to the serene, muted tones introduced earlier. Rustic elegance is all about balance. It's where nature's raw charm meets gentle refinement. This backdrop becomes even more romantic when accented with time-honored patterns and fabrics, which we'll explore next. The transition from raw textures to delicate details helps create a harmonious blend that is uniquely shabby chic. Floral patterns and vintage linens, a nod to the past. Now that your base textures are in place, it's time to add feminine charm and vintage romance through textiles. In 2025, classic floral prints make a delightful comeback, especially when paired with heritage fabrics like lace, ticking stripes, and faded linen. Think rose-patterned cushions on a distressed armchair, a toile curtain fluttering at the window, or hand-stitched doilies gracing your nightstand. These subtle touches layer softness onto the rustic backdrop, creating that signature shabby chic elegance. Choose patterns that feel faded and worn, as if they've been passed down through generations. Vintage linens, whether they're thrifted finds or heirloom pieces, bring intimacy and character to your interiors. Layer them over beds, dining tables, and even in unexpected places like drawer linings. When paired with reclaimed wood and soft colors, floral textiles provide visual contrast while reinforcing the comfort-first philosophy of cottage decor. These patterns are especially effective in bedrooms and sitting areas, where warmth and tranquility are essential. Up next, we'll look at how to create dedicated cozy corners that encourage rest, reflection, and retreat, an important part of serene cottage living. Creating cozy corners for reading and relaxation. As your space begins to take shape with soft tones, rustic textures, and vintage fabrics, now is the time to create intimate corners for rest and relaxation. Cottage interiors in 2025 emphasize slow living, and nothing reflects that better than a thoughtfully designed reading nook or tea corner. Select a well-lit area, by a window or under a sloped ceiling, and place a plush armchair or love seat, preferably in faded floral or soft ticking stripe fabric. Add a small side table for books or a teacup, and enhance the comfort with layered throws, tufted cushions, and a classic floral lamp with a linen shade. Incorporating these spaces encourages mindfulness and signals a shift in how we use our homes, not just for function, but for emotional well-being. These cozy corners also allow you to showcase personal touches, like a favorite quilt or family photo. With these peaceful nooks in place, it's time to consider the items that make a space truly yours, decorative antiques and story-rich finds that add soul and authenticity, which we'll explore in the next section. Antique finds that tell a story. No English country cottage would be complete without antique accents that breathe life and memory into every room. In 2025, there is a renewed appreciation for items that have stood the test of time. Look for vintage clocks, weathered books, copper pots, or worn picture frames at flea markets and estate sales. These pieces don't just fill space, they add soul and serve as conversation starters. What makes them powerful is their ability to convey history, whether it's a Victorian side table passed down from a grandparent or a chipped teapot from a charity shop. Display them proudly, especially in high-traffic areas like the living room or hallway, where they can be appreciated often. Blend your antiques with the cozy corners you've created, letting them complement the rustic textures and soft florals already in place. This layering of the old with the carefully curated new defines the shabby chic aesthetic. In our next section, we'll move into the heart of the home, the kitchen, where open shelving and charming displays bring even more warmth and personality to your country-inspired interior. Open shelving and china displays with cottage charm. The kitchen is often considered the heart of a country cottage, and in 2025, open shelving and curated displays help make it a true centerpiece of rustic elegance. Rather than hiding dishes behind closed cabinets, cottage decor encourages showcasing your everyday items as part of your design. Install wooden shelves, preferably aged or whitewashed, and arrange vintage teacups, floral china, ceramic pitchers, and glass jars filled with herbs or baking staples. These open displays celebrate beauty in the practical, reinforcing the philosophy that home should feel lived in and loved. Mixing modern functionality with antique charm allows your kitchen to feel both fresh and nostalgic. Introduce soft lighting with wall sconces or pendant lights to highlight your favorite pieces. The soft hues and antique details from earlier sections now come alive in this everyday space. To deepen the warmth, we'll next explore how layering textiles and accessories can tie each room together, creating visual rhythm and tactile comfort throughout your home. Layering rugs, textiles and timeless accessories. Layering is a defining element of the cottage aesthetic, especially in 2025 where depth and coziness are central to design. This is where all previous elements, soft colors, textures, florals, and antiques, are pulled together. Start by grounding your rooms with natural fiber rugs like jute or wool, then layer them with smaller, patterned rugs for dimension. Add softness with cushions, drapes, table runners, and even fabric lampshades. Accessories such as candle holders, woven baskets, and vintage mirrors help reinforce a collected over time feel. Pay attention to how materials interact: linen with wicker, wool with brass, glass with iron. This approach allows your decor to feel dynamic yet serene. Keep accessories minimal but meaningful to avoid visual clutter. Each item should have a purpose, whether practical or sentimental. Layering in this way supports the idea of comfort as a lifestyle choice, not just a style trend. And to truly bring that sense of nature indoors, we'll look next at botanical elements, fresh flowers and greenery, that connect your serene space with the world outside. Cottage gardens indoors, fresh flowers and botanical touches. In 2025, the connection between indoor and outdoor living becomes more essential than ever, especially for those seeking serenity through home decor. Bring that cottage garden charm indoors with fresh flowers, potted herbs, and botanical prints. A vase of peonies on the dining table, lavender in a ceramic pot on the windowsill, or a dried floral wreath above the bed can instantly lift the spirit of your space. Complement these with vintage botanical artwork or pressed flowers in antique frames. Not only do these elements freshen the air and brighten your rooms, but they also reinforce the color palette and natural textures we established early on. Use simple containers like mason jars, enamel jugs, or reclaimed glass vases for added rustic appeal. These floral touches connect every room, kitchen, bathroom, hallway, adding a sense of life and rhythm. To further enhance the balance between rustic and refined, we'll now explore how to marry these raw natural elements with elegant accents, achieving the very essence of English cottage sophistication. Mixing rustic and refined, the essence of cottage elegance. The beauty of English country cottage interiors lies in the artful balance between rustic elements and refined touches. In 2025, this duality is more celebrated than ever. Rough-hewn furniture sits effortlessly beside porcelain figurines, a chipped enamel bowl rests on a marble countertop. This interplay creates visual interest and emotional richness. Think of hanging a delicate crystal chandelier above a reclaimed wood table, or pairing iron curtain rods with soft velvet drapes. It's not about contrast for the sake of it, but about achieving a harmonious blend where no one piece outshines the others. These juxtapositions allow you to express multiple layers of personality, elegant yet unpretentious, polished yet warm. This blend is what gives cottage interiors their unique sense of soul. With this balance in place, you can now easily adapt your home throughout the seasons, infusing new life and color without disrupting the overall flow, which leads us to the next section on seasonal cottage decor. Seasonal cottage decor for year-round warmth. One of the joys of cottage living is its adaptability to the changing seasons, allowing your home to evolve while retaining its warm core. In spring, bring in soft florals and pastel accessories. Summer calls for lightweight linens and fresh herbs in the kitchen. In autumn, rich rush tones, dried flowers, and woolen throws create a cozy retreat. Winter invites you to layer with candlelight, faux fur textures, and woodland accents. Rotating your decor seasonally doesn't require major changes, just thoughtful swaps that reflect the time of year while maintaining the base color palette and vintage charm you've established. This practice keeps your space feeling fresh and in tune with nature. Decorative baskets, seasonal wreaths, and fabric changes can go a long way. These shifts also allow you to express creativity and deepen your connection to your home. As we reach the end of this journey, it's time to reflect on the serene lifestyle you've crafted and how you can continue to grow and nurture it. Let's wrap up with a final call to action. Your serene sanctuary awaits, created with intention. Thank you for joining us on this heartfelt journey through 2025 English Country Cottage Interiors. By embracing soft colors, rustic textures, vintage treasures, and floral details, you've laid the foundation for a home that reflects peace, warmth, and personal meaning. This style isn't just a trend, it's a mindset rooted in intention, comfort, and the beauty of imperfection. Whether you're redesigning one room or your entire home, remember that every piece should bring joy and tell your story. Let your decor grow with you, season by season, reflecting your values and lifestyle. If today's video inspired you to start or continue your cottage-style transformation, we'd love to hear from you. Please subscribe to Decor Essence for more timeless home ideas, like this video if it brought you inspiration, and comment below to share your thoughts or questions. Your feedback helps us grow and serve a community of like-minded women who cherish serene, beautiful living. Until next time, may your home always be a place of calm and joy.